which isn't too low a step for him. After we were first married, Blu and I
that's a Mountain William.
We lived in the Mountain William.
That's a high class.
That's a sophisticated hillbilly. We actually lived in a cabin for the first 3 or 4 years of our married life. We lived in a little cabin with no running water and no electricity, and he had a guitar at the time. We had a wood stove that we cooked on, and it was some of the best years of our lives. We used to haul the water down from the river in buckets. Boy, was I ever in good shape. I miss some of those days a lot of times. But
She was. You could crack an egg on her.
I only wish that we had known about the dulcimer back in the 1970s, because we would have done a lot.
I might never have taken up the guitar. The dulcimer is a wonderful instrument. It's any of you who've been through this little speech of mine before, just go somewhere else for a minute. This, no, I don't mean go somewhere else. I mean in your mind, go to your happy place.
Nice, yeah.
This, oh boy, I really bothered you. This instrument, I really like. I was fascinated by the mountain dulcimer for years and years and years. And when I finally got one, I realized it was really a very strange thing, because the frets were all spaced weird on it. I was busy trying to stretch my fingers to make them fit. And I wasn't having much luck. Until I realized that they took all the wrong notes, and that's why some of the frets are missing. So this, you have to remember when you sit down to play this instrument that it was invented by a hillbilly. So once you do that, and you forget all about music, things start to go a lot smoother for you. So if you get, you have a couple of sips off that little brown jug, you get back on the porch and start shucking some peas. Get your hound dog sitting by your feet there with his tail keeping time. Things start working real good for you. So we're going to do one of those old-timey kind of mountain tunes, because that's just pretty much the old kind of tunes you can play on one of these. This one was written in 1954 by a fellow named Cy Conniff. He was an icon of American folk music. And I thought it was the original piece by him until someone came up to me and said, that's an old Irish folk tune. Well, turns out that most of what we call old-time music came from England and Ireland and Europe, and was imported into the hills, the Appalachian Hills, and rewritten by the people there and played in their own inimitable fashion. So many of these songs, you wonder how they would have songs about royalty and people's murders and mayhem happening in all these tunes. This one, there's no murders in this one. This is a very rare song, actually. But there is a lot of sadness, and the tune is called Aragon Mill, and it's kind of an ode to what happens in one industry town when that industry shuts down.
I'd like to come in and have a seat.
We're going to the church. All right. Only here for a few minutes.
Town, at the foot of the hill, stands a chimney so tall, says Aragon Mill. But there's no smoke at all coming out of that stack, 'cause the mill has shut down, boys, it ain't coming back. Sound I hear is the cry of the wind as it blows through the town, weave and spin, weave and spin. There's no children at all through the silent empty streets, since the rooms have all closed. Oh, it's so quiet I can't sleep. I'm too old to change, but I'm still too young to die, and there's no place to go for my woman and I. The only sound I hear is the cry of the wind as it blows through the town, weave and spin, weave and spin. Has shut down. But Lord, it's all I know. Tell me what can I do? Tell me where can I go? The only sound I hear is the cry of the wind as it blows through the town, weave and spin, weave and spin. Stand the time at the foot of the hill stands a chimney so tall it seems Aragon near. There's no smoke at all coming out of that stack, 'cause the mill has shut down, boys, and ain't coming back. The only sound I hear is the cry of the wind as it blows through the town, weave and spin, weave and spin. The only sound I hear is the cry of the wind.